Well, howdy, howdy. Um, Here we are, broken down at the side of the road, wondering if anyone is going to watch this video. But because this video is reversed, I'm going to flip camera. So here she is. It's poor Tuck, broken down roadside in mid-Wales. I was driving along and there was a terrible noise, and then she decided she didn't want to go forward anymore. So am I far from home? I'm 8 miles from home, and yeah, this is not great. And I'm going to show you now I've got an audience. I'm going to show you exactly what has failed. It's this, the main drive belt. It has impressively ripped itself to pieces. So I do have a spare belt. The spare belt is 8 miles away. Someone coming to rescue you? I believe Mrs. Hubnut is on her way. Parodua Nipper to the rescue. Yeah, it's surprisingly hard to push. But yes, hopefully Mrs. Hubnut will be on the way and we can get the Invacar working again. I think the problem is that the I fitted a new drive pulley, and there's meant to be a new video coming on that, and there still will be, but there might be an alternative conclusion to that video. But I don't think the pulley I fitted is very healthy, and I think that shredded belt confirms it. It's an even newer belt than you think, because unseen by you, I fitted a new belt and a new pulley at the weekend, and yeah, it's yeah, not ideal, but nonetheless it's the situation we deal with. I have some supplies because I went shopping and got some key ingredients, so I'm sorted for calories. At least I've got butter, chocolate and orange juice, so it could be worse, I suppose. But yes, the plan is to fit a new belt and possibly switch pulley as well, and we'll sort that out. Yes, new elastic band on the way. But coverage in mid-Wales, yeah, here we are in the middle of nowhere, and I've got lovely 4G. And as you say, at least it's not raining. I'm not sure about the misaligned pulley. I think I've got a pulley that isn't adjusting, because since I fitted a different pulley, I've got ratios. And it's like driving a car with a 3-speed gearbox. So I was planning to change that pulley when I got home again, because it's clearly not good. But Tuck decided she'd had enough already. And she just managed to limp from the main road just there, just managed to get into the entrance of this road, and I was able to push her up here out of the way. Viking funeral? I don't think so. Chocolate for Mrs. Hubner? I don't think so. We're a married couple, we share and share alike. But yeah, look, she's up to 29,498 miles now. That's 1,100 miles since I got her back on the road. Recover her with the trailer. I don't think she's going to fit in that trailer, and it's not my trailer. And also the Rover's tow bar electrics don't work. Yeah, broken vehicle, not a lot of supplies. What are we going to do? It's all a bit interesting. So yeah, there isn't a lot more to report at the moment, other than broken down at the side of the road. So if you've got any questions, get them in. When will you be buying your next Jaguar? I think I've decided that me and Jaguars, because of my budget, not a good idea. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be doing the cheap Jaguar again. He says, you never know with me. I never know with me. There's a very kind offering to swap for a diesel Astra, but I'm entirely happy with Tuck, and we'll be even happier once I can get the transmission sorted. Can I find a horse? Now that's an idea. I've heard a horse somewhere, and we've got some sheep over there. How many sheep do you need to tow an Invacar? But yes, belt snap, Glenn. I shall pull up a reminder of what has happened to the drive belt. Look at the state of that. It's quite impressively broken. 10 sheep, you reckon? Right, I'll see if I can rustle some up. Bodge it together with a pair of tights. I think that's beyond bodging with a pair of tights. Look, it's broken. But yeah, I haven't got a hole in the floor. I was worried because I could hear the belt starting to shred, and I could hear bits hitting the underside of the car as I was driving along. And I was starting to get very, very worried that it was gonna all go horribly, horribly wrong, and sort of ripped the back of the car to pieces. But thankfully, I think she's survived the experience. But yeah, the raw power of this 493cc engine, all 20 brake horsepower allegedly, though I'm told they've got a restrictor on the inlet manifold to reduce the power, so maybe that's my problem, and I need to tune her up. How old is it? It's a 1972. There she is on her K plate, and this is why she's called Took, because W in Welsh is pronounced oo, so it's Took. Maybe I should call the Peregrine. No, Mrs. Hubner is not going to tow me home. The plan is to fit a new belt here roadside. I won't be covering that live because I'll run out of data in the time it'll take us to do it. Yeah, she is MOT exempt, but she has an MOT, and I will continue to get her MOT'd, especially as the MOT tester identified a bleed nipple I'd forgotten to tighten up last time. Always worth getting an MOT check, in my opinion. I think the pulley is seized up, Mr. Helpman. I think I've got distinct ratios, so as I accelerate, it feels like gear changes. So yeah, we're going to change again. Ideally, I would like to replace both pulleys with new ones, but you can't get new ones, so I'm kind of stuck with just doing the best I can with what old pulleys I have. So she's on TP's drive pulley at the moment, and I'm hoping we can get that swapped back to her original pulley when Mrs. Hubnut gets here. Slightly confused. Yeah, she's still on her transmission, but TP's engine. That's what's going on. And now all the questions have disappeared. That's really helpful, YouTube. Where have they gone? Oh, who knows where they've gone? Ah, there we go. You're back. Right. Yeah, I can imagine a belt snapping would damage the car. Fortunately, I refitted the guard to it yesterday, which I haven't had fitted for quite a few weeks, so I'm glad I did that. If you get it MOT'd and it fails, can you still drive it on the road? I think that depends on the fail. If it failed badly enough, I think the MOT tester could say you really shouldn't be driving that, and if you then get stopped by the police and they say, oh well, this is clearly dangerous, you're in trouble, aren't you? Am I a fan of old vans? Yes, I am a fan of old vans. I like vans. They're just too expensive generally for me to own. Any flooding? I've answered that one, but basically there isn't much here, thankfully. It's not off the road. We'll sort it out. Time for an election conversion. Electric conversion. I am thinking an electric conversion might be an idea actually. I think it's sorted out because, you know, I've got that control for the throttle. We could easily change that. I'm sure there's bikes that have got fly-by-wire throttles, so we could change that for a fly-by-wire unit. And the put Tuck's engine in the Fox. It's an idea. I've got an engine for the Fox, but the drive shafts are Fiat, and I could use a Fiat 500 gearbox allied to an electric motor, and bingo, electric Tuck. And I think I'm starting to think that might be easier than just making this bloody transmission work. But I know people don't like electric, but I think electric could really work here because I could put some batteries up at the front, which would improve the handling no end, because this car is terrifying on a windy day because there is no weight up at the front at all. It's terrifying. Pedal power is an option. You never know. Fiat 500 engine would be fitting in a way because that's the original engine that was meant to be used, but it actually uses a Steyr-Puck engine from a license-built Fiat 500. It's a completely different engine, and I think the engine in this car is better than the Fiat 500 engine. Front tire is the same 125 on a 12-inch as the rears. So there we go. 12-inch wheel, 125 section. Look at that. Front rumble seat. Oh, you think I should have her sitting in the front? That's an idea. We could. I love the autocorrect of multiplayer to multiplayer, but yes, I like Fiat multiplayers of both generations. Jeff Capes, maybe I'll get Jeff Capes on the job. He could just pull me home. Flintstone style, put my feet through the floor. You never know. Yeah, I've got to keep it running somehow. Keep it original. Ooh, well, that's a battle, isn't it? I mean, I'd like to keep it original, but if original won't work because the transmission's knackered, then I don't really see I've got much choice but to come up with an alternative solution. I don't want to fit a manual gearbox because that'll be a pain with all the controls. I'd have to fit a clutch pedal and a gear lever and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, we'll see what we do. What was that? My missus wants to know what the car smells like. It's not smelling too bad. Slight smell of burning rubber in the air for some reason, and slight whiff of dampness perhaps, but yeah, it's not as bad as you might expect. How many Invacars on the road? I'm going to say less than 10 out of the 60 or 70 survivors. Give the wheels a bling and wrap the car. That's an idea. Adam Ross, that belt snapped. That's what happened. Not good news. Is there even such a thing as a manual gearbox Invacar? Yes, but not this generation. This generation all had the CVT transmission. Sorry, CVT. T stands for transmission. But the earlier ones had a Villiers engine, had a full manual gearbox with one control to control throttle, clutch, gear selection, and braking and steering. They must have been horrendous to drive. Put a motorbike geared engine in it. Maybe. Yeah, she does still jump out of gear, but I use a bungee cord and that keeps her in gear until the belt goes apart. But blimey, lots of comments coming in. I'm not going for a Rover V8. Good grief, she's terrifying enough with 500cc. Can they do 80? No. The best Tux managed so far is 65. I could buy a CVT transmission off the shelf, but it's got to work in this situation. So not easy because it's a transverse layout, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to go because I've just seen an email come in from my boss because I'm meant to be editing a magazine. I'm on press day tomorrow, so this is ideal timing. So yeah, we shall give you an update later when I finally get poor Tuk home. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe before you go. Don't forget you can visit the Hubnut store and support stupid antics like this by buying stickers and t-shirts and all sorts. And Tuk and I will see you in a future video. Farewell. I can't do the pachu because I have to slowly stop the stream like this. Thanks everyone. See you soon.